Before this story even starts, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear is absolutely insane. Public humiliation, false accusations, a pregnant woman slapped in the face, police, handcuffs, and the sweetest, most satisfying revenge you'll ever witness. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll be screaming, "Justice served," in the comments. Ready? Let's dive in. I was 8 months pregnant, waddling through the mall, shopping for my baby, when a rich woman grabbed my wrist and accused me of stealing her $20,000 diamond bracelet. She had security strip search me in front of everyone, called me a thief, a criminal, a liar. She even slapped me across the face while I stood there, terrified for my unborn daughter. She had no idea my fiancé owned the entire mall. And when he showed up, revenge was beautiful. My name is Charlotte, and I'm 28 years old. When all this happened, I was 8 months pregnant with my first child, a little girl I'd been dreaming about for years. I worked as a freelance graphic designer. Nothing fancy, just enough to pay the bills and save a little for the future. I lived a simple life, drove a regular car, wore comfortable clothes, and honestly, I liked it that way. No drama, no attention, just peace. What most people didn't know was that I was engaged to Daniel Torres. If that name doesn't ring a bell, Daniel is a real estate mogul who owns half the commercial properties in the city, shopping malls, office buildings, luxury apartments, you name it, he probably owns it. But Daniel isn't the type to show off his money. He hates the spotlight, and we both agreed early on to keep our relationship private. I didn't wear a huge engagement ring, I didn't post about him online, and I never told anyone who my fiancé was. We were just two people in love, getting ready to welcome our daughter. That Tuesday afternoon, I went to Grandview Mall. It's this super high-end shopping center, full of designer stores and boutiques where a handbag costs more than my monthly rent. I wasn't there for any of that. I just needed last-minute baby stuff, onesies, bottles, blankets, all the basic things. My feet were swollen, my back was killing me, and I just wanted to get in and out fast. As I walked through the mall, bags in hand, I passed a gorgeous jewelry store. In the window were these tiny, delicate baby bracelets with little name plates you could customize. I stopped for a second, rested my hand on my belly, and smiled, imagining one of those bracelets on my daughter's wrist. It was such a sweet moment. I stood there maybe 1 minute, just daydreaming. That's when everything went horribly wrong. A woman came storming out of the store like a hurricane. Mid-40s, head-to-toe designer clothes, cream pantsuit that probably cost more than my car, stiletto heels clicking like gunshots, jewelry dripping everywhere. She had 2 friends with her, all dressed up, laughing, until she suddenly stopped, panicked, started touching her wrists, her neck, patting her pockets. Then she screamed. Loud. "My bracelet! My diamond bracelet is gone!" Everyone within 50 feet froze. People pulled out phones. The store manager ran out. She was hysterical, saying her $20,000 bracelet vanished into thin air. I should have walked away. I really should have. But I stood there, watching this meltdown. And then, her eyes locked on me. She pointed, fingers shaking. It was her! She was standing right here! I blinked, confused. What? I didn't even look at her. Dressed like that, she screamed. Pregnant and desperate. She probably needs money. She stole my bracelet. I felt like someone punched me in the gut. Suddenly every phone was on me. The woman, Vivian Lancaster, was putting on the performance of her life, and I was the villain. Ma'am, I didn't take anything from you, I said, trying to stay calm. I was just looking at the baby bracelets in the window. I didn't even go near you. Liar! She shrieked. Security! Stop her! Don't let that thief leave! Before I could move, 2 security guards grabbed my arms. Vivian demanded they search me, right there, in the middle of the mall. Please, I begged, voice shaking. I'm 8 months pregnant. Just check the cameras. She probably hid it in her bag, Vivian yelled. Or under her clothes. Search her now. The young security guard looked so uncomfortable, but he asked to see my bags. I opened everything: baby clothes, bottles, wallet, phone. No bracelet. But Vivian wasn't done. She's hiding it somewhere else. Take her to the back and search her properly. I couldn't believe this was real. They marched me to the security room. Vivian and her friends followed, like it was entertainment. I was crying, terrified. A female guard searched every pocket, every fold of clothing. Nothing. Of course, nothing. I thought it would end there. I thought she'd apologize. Wrong. She must have passed it to someone, Vivian insisted. Or swallowed it. Call the police. The stress hit me hard. I felt contractions starting. Please, I whispered. I need to sit down. I don't feel well. Vivian stepped closer, face twisted with hate. You should have thought about that before you became a criminal. Then she slapped me. Hard. Across the face. The room went dead silent. Even her friends looked shocked. My cheek burned, tears pouring down. People like you make me sick, she hissed. Call the police. I want her arrested. They made me sit there 30 minutes, shaking, crying, scared for my baby. I managed to grab my phone and call Daniel. Charlotte? His voice warm, worried. What's wrong? Where are you? I could barely speak through sobs. I told him everything, the accusation, the search, the slap. His breathing changed. Cold. Which mall? Grand View, I whispered. Don't say another word to anyone. I'm coming. Vivian overheard, laughed. Oh, calling your boyfriend? What's he going to do, sweetie? Sue me? I have the best lawyers in the city. I didn't answer. I just waited. Police arrived 10 minutes later. Vivian gave an Oscar-worthy performance. Innocent rich lady, evil pregnant thief. They checked the corridor footage. It showed me standing alone by the window. I never touched her. Never even looked at her. Ma'am, the officer told Vivian. The footage doesn't show her taking anything. Then she's good at it. Vivian screamed. Search her again. That's when the door burst open. The mall manager ran in, face white, sweating, looking like he was about to faint. Behind him walked a man in a perfect suit. Daniel. The second he stepped in, the air changed. Everyone shut up. His eyes found me. He saw my red, swollen cheek. Fury flashed across his face. He was by my side in a second, gentle hands on my face, jaw clenched so tight I saw the muscle twitch. Vivian, still clueless, stepped forward. And who are you supposed to be? Her boyfriend coming to defend her criminal behavior? The mall manager stammered. Mrs. Lancaster, that's Daniel Torres. He owns this mall. You could hear the blood drain from her face. Daniel ignored her. Turned to me softly. Did she hit you? I nodded, tears falling. Then he turned to Vivian. The temperature dropped. So, he said, voice like ice. You accused my fiancée of theft, had her strip searched in public, humiliated her, and then struck her while she's 8 months pregnant with my child. Vivian opened her mouth. Nothing came out. You thought, Daniel continued, because she doesn't wear designer clothes, she must be a thief. He looked at security. Pull up the footage from inside the jewelry store. All of it. They did. And there it was. After Vivian bought something, her assistant put the diamond bracelet in one of her own shopping bags. The bracelet was never missing. Vivian just never checked her bags before destroying an innocent person's life. The police officer sighed. Ma'am, you filed a false police report. That's a crime. It was an honest mistake. Vivian shrieked. You didn't know, Daniel said. But you were sure enough to assault a pregnant woman. He looked at the officer. I want to press charges. Assault, battery, false imprisonment, defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Vivian panicked. I'll apologize. I'll pay. You wanted the police, Daniel said. Now you have them. Then he asked security to send all the footage, the accusation, the search, the slap, everything, to every public screen in the mall. Within minutes, hundreds of shoppers watched what Vivian did to me. Gasps echoed. People recorded the screens, posted online. Her face, her cruelty everywhere. While that played, Daniel made phone calls. First, Vivian's husband's law firm. They rented space in his building. Cancel their lease. Effective end of month. Next, the City Arts Foundation, where Vivian was on the board. His family donated millions. Remove Vivian Lancaster in 1 hour, or funding ends. 15 minutes later, she was gone from the board. Her friends? Vanished. She stood alone, mascara running, watching her world collapse. The officer approached with handcuffs. Mrs. Lancaster, you're under arrest for assault. No! Do you know who I am? Do you know who my husband is? Daniel spoke quietly. Check your phone. She did. One text from her husband, I'm filing for divorce. Don't come home. She collapsed, sobbing, as they cuffed her and walked her through the mall, people filming, whispering, watching the untouchable woman leave in handcuffs. That night, the story went viral. Rich woman falsely accuses pregnant woman. Trended everywhere. People dug up her past, racist comments, treating workers like trash. She became the face of entitled evil. Her husband filed for divorce, publicly condemned her. His firm lost clients. She was banned from high-end stores citywide. We sued her civilly for emotional distress, defamation, and harm to our unborn child. 2 weeks later, I went into labor. Daniel never left my side. We welcomed our daughter, Hope. Vivian's lawyers begged to settle. She was broke from legal fees and shame. She paid a huge amount, wrote an apology, did 200 hours community service at a women's shelter, and posted a public video taking full responsibility. When I watched it, I didn't feel happy. I felt sad. Sad that it took losing everything for her to learn cruelty has consequences. Sad that she judged me by my clothes and never saw me as human. But I learned something too. Stand up for yourself. True love protects you. And karma? Karma is very, very real. Vivian lost her marriage, her status, her reputation, everything, because she couldn't control her cruelty. Daniel and I got married quietly 2 months after Hope was born. We're raising her to be kind, humble, and to treat everyone with respect, no matter what they wear. True wealth isn't diamond bracelets. It's character. It's integrity. It's compassion. And that's how a woman who thought she was untouchable learned she wasn't. If this story fired you up, smash that like button. Comment, justice served, if you think she got exactly what she deserved. Share this with someone who needs to hear bullies don't always win. Subscribe, because I've got more crazy stories coming. And remember, treat people with kindness, because you never know who you're dealing with. See you in the next one.